They thought the forest would kill her. They dragged her into the darkest place in Ibiku, where even hunters feared to breathe. They left her there to die. But something ancient was watching. The trees began to move. The ground began to whisper. And the animals did not attack. They bowed. Because the woman they tried to destroy was never the forest victim. She was its daughter. The forest of Ibiku was not a place people entered twice. It was ancient, thick, whispering. They said spirits walked between its trees. That it swallowed hunters whole. That even the wind feared it. So when the bandits dragged Amara into its shadows, they smiled. No one survives Ibiku, their leader said, shoving her to the ground. Amara's wrists were tied. Her lip was bleeding. Her wrapper torn. Her only crime? Refusing to marry a cruel warlord who wanted her father's land. When she spat at him in front of the village, he chose revenge. If I cannot have you, he had hissed, the forest will. The bandits left her there at dusk. Alone. The trees swallowed the last light of the sun. Silence wrapped around her like a heavy cloth. Amara tried to stand, but pain shot through her ankle. She had twisted it when they threw her down the slope. Branches creaked. Something moved between the trees. Her breath quickened. Please, she whispered, tears falling. If spirits live here, let death be quick. A growl echoed nearby. Two glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. A leopard stepped forward. Massive. Muscular. Silent. Amara closed her eyes. This is how I die. The leopard walked closer. Closer. Its breath warm against her skin. Then, it stopped. Instead of attacking, it lowered its head and stepped aside. More glowing eyes appeared. Hyenas. A python coiled around the tree. Even a wild boar emerged from the bushes. But none attacked. They formed a circle around her. Protective. Watching the deeper shadows beyond. Amara slowly opened her eyes. What? A low, ancient sound rolled through the forest. The ground trembled slightly. From the deepest part of Ibiku, a soft green glow began to pulse. The trees shifted. Their branches bent inward, like arms reaching. The ropes around her wrists loosened. Snapped. Her ankle pain faded like morning mist. She stared at her hands. What is happening? The wind moved gently through her braids. And then she heard it. A voice. Not loud. Not frightening. Ancient. Child of root and rain. Amora's heart pounded. The green light grew brighter. Memories she never knew she had flickered in her mind. A woman standing in moonlight decades ago. A newborn wrapped in leaves instead of cloth. A whisper, hide her among humans. Amara gasped. I was not born in the village. The voice echoed again. You were given to them. To live. To grow. To remember. The forest floor beneath her began to glow faintly. Vines curled around her feet, not binding, connecting. The leopard lay beside her like a guardian. You are not prey, the voice continued. You are ours. Tears streamed down Amora's face. All her life, she had felt different. Stronger. Unusually calm around wild animals. Plants grew faster near her father's farm. The forest had always felt familiar. The trees parted slowly, revealing a hidden clearing. At its center stood an enormous ancient tree, wider than 10 men. Its bark shimmered with living green light. This is your heart, the voice whispered. Suddenly, torches flickered in the distance. The bandits had returned. Their laughter echoed between the trees. They stepped into the clearing and froze. Animals stood. The air thickened. The ground beneath the bandits' feet shifted violently. Roots burst from the soil, wrapping around their ankles. "What is this?" the leader shouted. The ancient tree's branches stretched high, blocking the moonlight. The forest roared, not in anger, in warning. "You harmed what is ours." The roots lifted the bandits into the air. Terrified, Amora stepped forward. She felt taller, stronger. Her eyes reflected green light. "Release them," she said softly. The forest hesitated. They acted in fear, she continued. "Let them return with memory." Slowly, the roots lowered the bandits back to the ground. Shaking, weeping. "Tell the village," Amora said, her voice echoing gently, "that the forest protects its own." The bandits ran. They never looked back. Silence returned. The green glow softened. Amora turned to the ancient tree. "Must I stay?" The wind brushed her cheek like a mother's hand. "You belong to both." The vines loosened. The animals stepped back. "You will walk among humans. But when the forest calls, you will answer." Morning light broke through the canopy. When Amora returned to the village, whispers followed her. The bandits had already spoken. Of roots that moved. Of beasts that guarded her. Of a tree that breathed. The warlord never came near her again. The elders approached her humbly. "The forest spared you," they said. "Why?" Amora looked toward the distant green canopy and smiled softly. "Because I am its daughter." From that day forward, no tree in Ebiko was cut without prayer. Hunters asked permission before entering. Children were taught that the forest was not a monster, but a guardian. And sometimes, on quiet nights, a faint green glow could be seen deep among the trees. Animals would gather peacefully around a single figure standing beneath the ancient tree. The woman the forest refused to kill. Because she was never meant to die there. She was meant to protect it.